Hi everyone and welcome to Fusion 360 Monthly Challenge 2019. Joining the challenge is very easy. All you have to do is forward your full name, school or company name together with your Fusion 360 email to autodeskcommunityphilippines@gmail.com. If this is your first time with the Fusion 360, welcome. Our first challenge is a 2D drawing. In Fusion 360, imagine we are given 3 papers. And that 3 papers, let me expand our origin folder and turn on the visibility of our planes. Now that 3 papers are XY, XZ, and YZ. In the challenge, there's no specific plane that we are asked to sketch on. For now, let's sketch on our XY plane. Now as I hover over this plane, I know this is XY because based on my view cube, I am seeing the Y and X axis. In addition, as I hover over this plane, the XY in the origin folder is also highlighted. There are ways to enter sketch mode. One of those is to head up to our sketch and select Create Sketch. So now we are prompted to select a plane or planar face. I can select XY. Let me hit Escape. Another method is to select this plane and right click. And below we can select Create Sketch. Now for me, my preferred method is to hit L, which is the shortcut for line, or C, the shortcut for circle, or R, the shortcut for rectangle. Now based on our 2D drawing, we are required to initially create a line. So from here, I will hit L on my keyboard, and that is the shortcut for line. Now I am prompted to select a plane or planar face. I'm going to select XY plane. Now we are in sketch mode. One indication that we are in sketch mode is the appearance or visibility of Stop Sketch. Let me grab our 2D drawing. Notice that our dimensions are mainly referring to this point. Now this means our origin, which is 0, 0, 0, which is this point, should be placed also here. In addition, I am seeing a vertical line heading up with a length of 40. Let's head back to Fusion 360 with our line tool active. Let's drop our first point at the origin. So left click here, moving up. Notice the value updates on my dimension field, and the values are currently highlighted in blue. From here, I can key in a value, typing 40. In addition, notice the inferred vertical constraint. From here, I can hit Enter. Let's grab our line tool once more by heading up to Sketch, selecting line, dropping our first point at the endpoint of this vertical line. Left click here, moving to the right. And this time, I will not input any value. I will left click here, create another line, left click here. Notice the snap track, which is a dashed line. Left click here once more, move here. Notice the perpendicular inferred constraint, left click. Moving down, I will hover over this endpoint or origin, moving slowly to the right. So notice the snap track once more, and the perpendicular inferred constraint, left click here. And finally, let's close this profile, heading to our origin, and left click once more. Hitting escape. So notice this line is slanted. To make this perfectly horizontal, I can head to our sketch palette, scroll down, and select horizontal constraint, moving to our target entity, and left click to apply the constraint. Hitting escape. Before we add dimensions, let's head to this vertical line and notice the color of this line is in black and the rest are in blue. When an entity is in black, this means that it is fully constrained. This means this is fully locked. Notice as I hover over this point, left click and hold, I can move this point. Now by moving points or entities, you will have an idea on what dimension or constraint is needed. Moving forward, let's add the 45 dimension, defining this vertical line and this point. Let's head up to Sketch, move down, selecting Sketch Dimension, which has a shortcut of letter D. Selecting this vertical line, left click, and this point, left click. Moving up, I would like to place my dimension here, left click once more, and key in 45. Hitting enter, hitting escape. Our previous command was dimension. With that in mind, I can right click and head up, select repeat sketch dimension. Selecting this horizontal line and this point, left click here, move here, left click once more to place our dimension, key in 15. Dimension tool still active. Let's select this vertical line and this point, left click, move here to place our dimension, key in 80, hitting enter. And finally, to place an angular dimension, simply select this diagonal line and this horizontal line, move here, left click, key in 45, hitting enter, and hit escape to disable the dimension command. Let's inspect our geometry, selecting this point, moving this. Notice this point should be aligned horizontally with this line. With that in mind, let's head to our sketch palette. So notice some of the items here are grayed out. This means an item is selected, which is this point. Notice if I left click anywhere on our canvas, left click, the rest of the constraints are now available. Let's scroll down, selecting horizontal vertical constraint, selecting this point and this point. Notice the horizontal constraints applied. Hitting escape. Final piece of the puzzle missing, so let's select this line and try to move this. Definitely we no longer need a dimension, and obviously we need to add a sketch constraint. With this line currently selected, let's head to our sketch palette. I'm going to select perpendicular and select this diagonal line as well. Left click. Notice all of the items are now in black, meaning they are fully constrained. From here, we can now select Stop Sketch to exit sketch mode. Let's head to Home View. From here, I can turn this profile or region in AutoCAD into 3D by heading up to Create, and let's select Extrude. Prompted to select a profile, selecting this profile, let's change the direction to symmetric, pulling this arrow and Let's change the measurement to hole length and key in 10 for its thickness. Operation New Body and selecting OK. Let's turn off our origin planes and axis. And congratulations for completing the March Fusion 360 Monthly Challenge. For comments and suggestions, feel free to join and post in our Facebook group, Autodesk Community Philippines. Thanks for watching and see you on the April Fusion 360 Monthly Challenge.